it must be a school basis. The school itself, where the youth, the students, where before I am a youth leader in HBS and a YESCO member also from grade 7 up until graduation. And one thing that makinomdom dyan is our no plastic, our zero plastic, zero waste kuan yun, nga wala yun, among panikamutan that us as a students or as a member of the council, nga dili kami jud ang mubuhat, kami ang mag-segregate. But karon ba kay twist na magud, the more that maka-learn ang youth, the more maka-realize nga dili man jud dapat kami ang molimpyo, but kami ang mo-create og something idea to help us in creating that kuan, to help in cleaning, not just us ourselves, not just the member ourselves, but the whole member of the campus. So it can be first, sama sa gingon ni Sir Alfred, to be partner. So everything starts with this. So everything starts with the talks, with the seminars, with more awareness to the youth. Kay one example is that the barangay and the youth, wala kay bao mga ani. Wala kay bao sa climate change. And even, wala kay bao what is the real meaning of the waste. And it is a great challenge for us. And though gamay na takaroon, but more and more, I know, mas daghan po na makaibaw ani. Second, from the Hilongos Local Youth Development Council, it is really a challenge for us also because this is part of the Center of Participation where environment must be focused. Based on the Philippine Youth Development Plan for 2023 up until 2028, gistate ito nga daghang issue. First is, dili ma-prioritize sa youth ang environment tungod kay focus na sa social issue. They are not just vulnerable in environment, vulnerable sila sa ilang kaugalingon. Mao na nga mawa na ang focus sa environment, which is environment also one of the factors nga nung giana mo nila ma-feel. And makumit na mo in terms of this is budgeted by the office nga unta ma-push through nga ang mga youth yun unta nga naagyon highlight, as well as the Sangguniang Kabataan Reform Act recently lang naagyon siya gina-focus yun nga area. Kaya environment is multi-sectoral and it's not just the youth. It really affects different sectors. Even my mother, it affects my mother. Even my sister and all the people, if mo talk naging environment, it is multi-sectoral. So second, it is to push, to really help. Hindi mo kung may makablame sa LGU, hindi mo makablame sa offices, hindi mo makablame kay budget, but makablame niya sa galingon why we are not engaging. Makablame sa mga mga halaw, lagi may kayo yung aning mga idea. But the more na mag-add mo mga aning idea, the more na mag-share me, the more na ma-approve ang mga aning, it would really better. Third tali, muna sa students, sa youth, and us, the HEYO, recently been founded by yours truly last July 9, 2024, when I was just a spes. I never expect nga I thought nga office works ang ihatag ni Tita Kit, but this is a great challenge for me nga karon gitagaan kong task to create an org just for 20 days because we are just 20 days in the office, and after the next summer na po karon gipa-create na po mi og project. So I am so glad also with the support of the different sectors, most especially mayor, and labi na karon nga ilan jud kita gaapagtagad, and Vice Mayor challenges us, so we are willing to face those challenges with full support sama sa gingon ni Vice. So I think that would be all. Daghang kaayong salamat.
Alright, thank you so much. I believe our secretary was able to note that the youth commits to prioritizing environment this time around, especially on social behavioral changes ng mga projects. Anybody diha ka part? Do you want? Hi, Chrissy, did you maabot? Right, so we have here Sir Chris. Also, if I cannot to speak, if we can request na dili na kita. Oo, kabardi na tamaguan.
Hey, hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. So, I am the YESCO advisor of Hilongos National Vocational School. So, I know or kasagaran jud diri mga alumni or alumna sa HBS. So, ako lang mong i-update kung sa status karon sa Hilomas National Vocational School in terms of the solid waste management. So at least makadungog ang atong mga opisyalis sa atong lungsod kung sa status sa HNBS. Since HNBS is a very big school and we are considered to be the major contributors of this waste. Kailangan ayunin. Nakaka-teachers sa kayong mga bata. Then, first step din ang mga kabataan una, dapat i-educate nato. But dili ra po na nato i-asa sa teachers nato. No. So, nabay mga SK dire. Wala SK din abot ni Mr. Bahalya. Okay. So, maayo siguro no nga ang ato pong SK in the barangay level na po tayo mga environmental forum or environmental education. Mag-educate sa mga kabataan unan bahin aning atong mga problema. No? Dili lang siguro ta mo focus sa mga kalingawan or mga sports ato kung tagaan kung bili ning atong environmental problems. So I hope no manote na sa mga taga-SK, every barangay, the 51 barangays in Hilongos dapat na atay environmental education sa tanang kabatanunan. Kaya moingon ba ya si Dr. Rizal, ang mga kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. So mao ning mga bata diri karon mo diri mga estudyante, mo gud sila nag-lead ani nga activity na makalipay jud. This is a crowning moment for us. Ang among mga kabatanunan mo na nag-lead. Okay, makalipay kaayo. Okay? So mo ni siya ang among status sa solid waste management sa HNBS. So, we will start with the biodegradables. Now, kini man yung mga basura, major trashes. Mo ni atong fokusan dyan, no? Mag-start ta sa biodegradable. So, isang maawaman ni mo ingon, pero honestly, the HNBS right now, wala dyan siya proper and concrete na compost pit. Okay, so mo na siya ang problema kay nanami site. But then again, ang kanabitang tangke diha sa HNBS nga dako, ma'am, diha ang among site niya. Until now, buot ipaabot ni Sir Gabison pud lagi nga kana lagi wa paghihapon na aksyonan. So sa Water District mo na before, unya kuana na siya in terms po sa DRRM, it is very hazardous na sa mga bata. So ang amo lagi anang kuan is magpatabang po mi usaw na siya nga ma-remove aron makahimo na ni sa among compost pit. Kaya we are planning a big compost pit. Kaya again, daghang kaayo ming basura nga mag-produce every day. Balik na for a klase in Kalunis, puhon. Okay, so muna siya sa biodegradables. Compost pit, jud unta among kuan mo na siya. Okay? So, but then again, ato pong mga bata no, sa atong mga balay, dapat educated jud sila anak. Kaya aron kahibaw sila mag-segregate sa balay. Diba, magsugod man dun sa balay, kung unsay binuhatan sa balay, mo po'y madala sa school. Okay, so man importante dyan po ang role sa mga parents na dapat educated sila. Okay, second, we have the non-biodegradables. Okay, so ang non-biodegradables, ato na siya padung sa blue bins. Nami daghang blue bins sa among school, muna siya gina-collect sa atong garbage collector diri sa atong LGU. Okay, so sometimes namin problema ko sa kay dili siya makuha on time. Okay, mo solve lang ko ma'am sir. So dili siya makuha on time sa schedule. So mo nang sometimes ang among mga blue bins mga awas na sa mga basura siya. Kung nalagi bisita mo nang mga mabaw na pupunta para makuha ang basura. Okay, third, we have the recyclables. So we are doing our part. So I am now having my project bote or buying out trashes in the environment, wherein the plastic bottles, the papers, the used papers, katong mga module sa una nga wala nagamit, o ka ng mga check paper na sa mga teachers ako nang gina-collect. Okay, unfortunately dapat adto na siya, asa man na siya padungbe kanang mga mabaligya. Adto dapat na sa MRF. Nya ang school karon wala na poy MRF, peliguba ni Odette. So, ang ato yung mga kuan po no, resulta lagi hapon diri nato. Okay, so mana siya among ginabuhat, among gibaligya ang mga basura, then among po ng fund sa among organization. Kini sila mga alumni ni sila sa among Youth for Environment in Schools organization. So, atong pakpakan. So, from school level, nana sila sa municipal level. I'm proud. So, Youth for Environment in Schools organization, karon nana sila ay Hilongos Environment Youth Organization, level up. Okay? Very good kaayo. Then, we have the fourth one, we have the special waste. So, kini si Jao, sa ka problem, ug asa dyan ni siya padung. Sir, ka na bang mga basura nga ginamit nga napkin, naasad din na siya na mo ilabo? Kana mga napkin, sanitary napkin, sir.
Sir, ako lang ispan. So those are what we call residual waste, no? Mao na siya ang dapat kato kung ninyo ganina nga, mao na siya adto na yun sa landfill. Nga kwan, dili naman na siya pwede ma-reuse. So if you can segregate it at source na daan nga, separate lang yun siya, mao na pwede na nato siya magwan. So separate yun kay some of those gani are already considered hazardous waste, no? So kada those are what we call residual waste nga buon-buon operational na atong landfill, mo na siya purpose nga ato gyud ibutan dito, kay naman na siya magamit. Yeah, the rest kato ang gamiton na po ka hours sama sa dito ni Mamlaya kanina.
So at present, sir, samtang wala pa, separate yung gihapon at source in our classrooms. And then,
Siguro yung
leaving on at leaving also.
siguro we can talk, especially sa mga schools, sa schools we can talk with that. Usawa na natin siya para natin special schedule ng collection, para separate
Okay, so mo na yung concern ng kailangan ng bata ng girls, diyan mag-means, man-jod, niya sa ila po. Okay, so far, mo na siya ng problema, we have challenge. The more appropriate term. So we have the compost pit, the MRF. We are very willing to follow that. Ang problema lang is, ang school po na mo pa, at this time, wala pa po kayo resources for that. So that is the honest challenges that we are facing since we are about to start our new school year na naman on Monday. Okay, thank you so much for listening.
Right. So I think let's have our last commentary for this topic since we're out of time. So let's go, Mark.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Okay, so in behalf of the OYTC, so member po ko sa OYTC since Lugay na dyan kayo. So aside sa katong isulti ni Jana ng mga students, so dili po na ito kalingtan nato ng out of school youth, of course. So the LYDC is the Local Youth Development Council, which is, it composes of organizations sa tanan diri sa Ilongos. So pwede na tamo-tap, even though dili siya environmental na organization, we can tap other organization, unlike sa mga tao gama mga alpakaparo, since katong magibuhat last year, Nati Christie, which is ni-tap mi siya sa mga clean up drives, sa mga anything. So sa aside na po, sa organization po, pwede magipunta mo-tap sa katong ingon kanina, para mas madako tao broad pa kayo ma'am tita madako kayo siya cover up kay kung sa students mo gud kay di mo gud ka I mean like siguro maka-convince na through sa school kay naman jud puy uban jud ang mga kahit jud kay mga dito sila po makasabot bisag kapila na nato sila istoryahan. And also po sa ako po kay remember po ko nga SK Kagawad sa Barangay Central. So sa ingana gani dali na tumatapang atong mga out of school at the same time ang mga students po gikan sa ato ang mga SK. Sa SK chairperson per barangay. So pwede na to sila matap dito kay sila man ang head sa mga students or mga siguro ang kabataan each barangay. So pwede na to siya educate. Like sa mga sa Central, sa napon mi sa katong ingon na tidaan ng mga symposium sa sa Central na napon mi magkuan po mi mga kuan nga napon mi clean up drive. Diba? Dako ba yun kayo mo ang Central Barangay. So, napon mi clean up drive every Sunday, so first Sunday every month. So, namin mga ingana, church track ko. And also, sa kuan po tita, kanang ako abong kuan po kay, sa katong giingon ni Sir Chris, sa dili naman sa school, ang dili mo on time ang mga basurero jud, sa nila na ilang. So naadyo yung mga per barangay jud na naadyo mo kanya. Kani pong mga aerobudbud, maopoy makasamot jud po. Once nga matapok na ang barangay, i-collect na ng mga stray dogs, kay sige kuan, so makaalat na ng mahugaw na inoon. And ma-oram siya ito so far. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Marmar. Ako na synthesize na that, but Tita Keith would like to hear from GOCC. Di ba naman tayo from GOCC and St. Therese? Private schools, sa inyo commitments or any comments with regards to the issue? Anything at all? Dili lang kita kay Oran. Cannot be na duty. Okay, muna na ang pinaka-last na ginatong mga kuanan ng staff.
Well, I believe that Nara Drewy, I'm from Pilipinas Manila Christian College. I believe that there is only one top challenge that nga maura jud ang rason nga nung lisod kayo i-implement ang proper na waste segregation system. And nakatuo ko or kanang nakaingon jud ko nga gamit kayo itong giingon ni Mr. Chris nga mag-implement or encourage ang mga sangguniang kabataan members nga kanang mag-implement o kanang mga environmental forums every barangay kay murag masayang ramong good ang gihimo nga mga efforts sa mga officials, sa mga students, mga student leaders if dili na gyapon ka mao mo follow ang ubang mga students or dili na po sila ka mao mo respeto sa mga gipang trabaho. So all of the efforts will go in vain.
But as of this time, I would like to add, as of this time, have you done anything now in terms of disabilities?
Yes.
What particular
Sa amo ang school po, kanang murag na-improve naman sa nga mo ang mga segregation systems. Murag narapoy ubang students na kanang nakamauna sad na mag-segregate properly sa mga wastes. But still, na-adyo ibang students na work, na-adyo kamao maminaw. So, mo ito nga i-encourage dyan dapat ang mga sangguniang kabataan members na mag-implement sa katong mga environmental forums kaya aron makatapon dyan sila o ma-persuade dyan sila nga mo dyan na ang saktong buhat.
Right, so, pinaka last na yun, but I think to reiterate na siguro on the forums and everything, organizations like Project Batang Lumosnon would usually give symposium and forums. So you can invite us. So para dili lang ka, very varied pa. Whether you can also invite other organizations. So yes, SK o yes.
So, first, before the last, no, I would like to be grateful and acknowledge the effort. Grabe ni Hoy. Sila, wala yun sila na mistake, nagsuri-suri sa And ang effort nila, sila Louie and Tim, kanang Ebert, and the effort of this organization nga para successful unang nabigit sa Kalikupan. No? Tagaan sila masipong bakwa. Very good. And as I was sitting dito nga side and seeing youth, kaya kami diri naman may youth, and I saw a brighter future, and you only need support. So naarami, and we could be a partner, kita tanan. First is, you have to accredit yourselves. Be accredited, and para dali lang na mumatap, and you will be a member of the council. Nga naman na, kay, as Mayor Linlin said, that good governance is a pillar. And being a pillar, it should be a diverse. Dili lang ang mga official, not just the department heads who talk. And we also listen the civil society organizations that would mo na'y ang kanang advocacy ni Mayor Lindy that to have a good governance, we should be consistently be connected with the CSO. Either fisher folks, farmers, and the youth. Una siya, not just gikan lang sa top. So we will be heard ang tanan niya mga issues and concerns. With that, there would be a consistent dialogue forums like this. And be registered, be involved, and be heard. So, siguro, yung pa ni Ms. Leah kanina, bata pa siya, waste is a problem niya. Pila na siya karon. I don't know. Pila na siya karon. So still, we are discussing how to throw this waste. And this is a shared responsibility, Manggod. Dili lang ni para sa problema sa national agency, dili lang ni problema sa metro, dili lang ni problema sa LGU, but this is our shared responsibility in implementing the rules, the guidelines, the ordinances, all the policies. Dali lang yun na siya kung ang mga tao mo cooperate. Ana. Oh. Di ba? Do you agree?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Kung saan man namo bisan pa usa ka truck nga ordinansa, bisan pa mahal kaayo ang penalty up to pili atong highest to 5 ra ba ya? Oh, 2.5 lang ang pwede mahatag nga the highest penalty sa LGU. O bisan pa third offense dayon 2,500 kung makitaan ka na nigarilyo ka, kung nagkitaan ka, naglaway ka o bisan lang snowbird nga rapper. Pero kung ting-ana gyud ka gahi ba, unsaon man sa LGU, who is the implementer, who ang balaod gihimo aron paghapsay. Pero kung why musunod ana na magkajagaw ta tanan. So good thing na naa mo mga youth ready to voice up. Kaya naa naman mi, lahi naman ko drone, di ba? Lahi na ron, uy, nga, ang mga bata sa una, mayroon nga, na pwede kayo mo ato sa munisipyo, pwede kayo mo suting nila, kaya nga ang ideas, nga ang mga suggestions. But we have a good governance that incorporating and diverse, hearing the concerns of the CSOs. With that, maghimo tag ways forward para naatay mga assignments. With that, daghang salamat. Agad ka? Gusto! Thank you very much.
Right? So, sorry kayo, daghan pa rin ang issues. So, pwede na ito mapadayo na lang sa, okay, later na lang sa ang kuan. Unfortunately, we cannot, or let bitaw everyone speak sa usa ka issue na yung ragugma man jud ta mahuman. Sorry kayo. Siguro we'll go to women's diretso dayon sa kanilang next issue. But yeah, siguro let's start off with the second most pressing issue nga ato nakuha kaganina, which is mining and quarrying of riverbanks. Mining or the quarrying sa impacts no dita. So of course, perhaps I'll start this with, since taga-Pagumbayan mamit ko, I would like to say that I'm grateful for all of the kind of rechanneling efforts bitaw sa among salog dita and everyone. We're very grateful kasi sa unang pagabata na ko, bubaha gani, moabot gid na sa balay sa akong lula. But because of the rechanneling efforts of the LGU sa ato ang salog, dili na gid siya moawas. No? So, let's give our LGU a round of applause for that because we're grateful na dili na gid moawas ang salog. However, there have been it's also seeing we also see that here in the results and some clamor put sa atong some locals nga they have a question with regards to ahantod kanus aman ta ko to mag-quarry nga or when can we say nga enough na siya nga igo rin in the Bite quarry ang lain ng pag location. That's what the locals just want to know. Like when will we say that this part or niabot na siya sa limit, na lain na pud nga part. So I wonder kinsa ka ang atong maka-answer ani sa ato ang body. if there's a it says policy to regulate the amount of gravel and other substances related to partying. Gibutang kanina sa solutions proposal, a proposed solution. Anybody from the body? Yes. Experience? What kind of experience? Ano man? Litigation? Oo. Oo, challenges. Oo, so in terms of challenges, sa quarrying, that's it, girl. There have been so far, there have been challenge so difficult. Like, this is a safe space, place. So, very basic challenge really is going overboard the permitted area, which is it's been quite difficult for the local barangay to address. That's one of the basic challenge good. This marami ang permitted area, unya moadto gihapon sa dili na permitted area. Very big challenge. Also, daghan na kaayo may vehicular accidents sa amoang roads from mga trucks nga mo biyahe nga basa. Kami na din ang #1 vehicular accident area sa Ilongos right now. Like, we have a school nearby sa Salog, and ang mga makuha nga mga mama gyud kay ma-accident gyud sila, like kay basa kayo, slide kayo ang road. And then daghan kayong trucks na di gid maminaw ma-parking sa line curve nga ang akong brother na aksidente na siya tungod ana kay try siya o likay sa ng parking nga truck unya dahil siya ka sa lubong pangalain nga truck na pud nga dako, so he almost died. But my father as a barangay captain of Pangubayan tried to escalate those issues. Period. Maloy man. So siguro going back to the question earlier, when can we say siguro nga mo na siya ang limit siguro nga diha na po itong pag-quarrying ana. I think that's the hottest question that everybody wants to know. Kung unsa po ito ang limit nga o igo na ni siya, lawom na kay ni siya, di na maayong quarryingan sa lain na po nga kuan. Sige tita, let's go. Ay, nalay, Mike!
This is just my personal view. I know a lot of what happened to Daniel's family. But then, remember, the ownership of the river is not the local government. It's a national government. So when one concessionaire comes to Ilongos, if it is more than 5 hectares, the one that approves the permitting is the Department of Environment and Natural Resources of the national government. But if it is below 5 hectares, it is the provincial government. The local government cannot give. I'm talking now of the Republic Act 7160. The local government code says that the local government cannot issue any permits for quarry. But I'm curious on the question that comes from the young minds of Ilongos on how until when is that quarry. So as of this time, with my bosses around, I think this will be reported to their respective committee on such issues so that the local government can also can act on it. On what kung asa gyud yung putog. Ako mismo no 62 years old na ko, pagkunahuna ang question. But then your question is a very a crucial question then what will happen to Ilongos. But on the lighter side, as to the rechannelling, that's a good act of Ilocos because it was answered with Mayor Linlin Villahermosa na mag-re-channel dito siya. The mindset of a person, when you talk about quarry, negative ko na siya tanan. But there is a good side of it. Quarrying also is a good side when you do re-channeling. So as you've noticed now with Mayor Linlin Villahermosa, one of his major yung mga pet projects are those kanang pagpalampad sa kanal, pagpalaw sa salo, so that ang flood valley na to, because you're already prone to flood. Makita nyo sa Salo River, di ba? But there's already always a rechanneling. Rechanneling is a solution if ang imong salo, kanunay siya, kuhaan mo kayo. Okay. Second is that there is a certain specific area somewhere in Ilocos, I will not mention it particularly, kasi kasampaan ko, katulad mo ni mga players o lumok may tabo, is that nagkuha sila o sand and gravel sako-sako ba, which is an illegal act. So I do not know if what will happen now to the there's a specific department concerned on that is monitoring. In fact, Sir Melvin Fordilis is the one of the monitoring committee in terms of the provincial government. But nonetheless, young minds of Ilocos, rest assured that you have brought that question. Siguro akong doon ka po siguro maka-raise na sa issue po this on the legislative side, which the legislative measure will be brought to the local chief executive. Thank you.
Thank you, Tita. Siguro I have a follow-up question. When we went to Bacolod for the climate reality leader, we met someone from Ormoc, and she shared na she shared that Ormoc is trying to limit their export sa sand and gravel. They're trying to limit it nga maghatag na sila sa Leyte region, like within Leyte. Dili na sila muhatag sa Cebu or other provinces para within the Leyte again. Is it Leyte or region o province lang siya? I think that was what she said. Nga kanimo okay, so why man siya in order to regulate bitaw, because we understand the need to build roads, to build buildings for the progress of for urbanization. But more like in order to regulate the sand and gravel uses as well. If they're doing that or no, yes po. We've been visited si Hal a couple of times. Naning answer na po niya silang questions. Honestly.
That's a good question that has been raised. Instead of export ka,
within
value to the sand and gravel within your area, so that those who build mga houses, construction materials pertains to our own. We have the resources. There's one municipality that they gave you to nalimutan ko na siya sa ordinance that says that ang ilabali for those that mamuha siya o sa gravel dito sa salo, they're only lilista mo bayad. But with the condition na nasa condition ba dapat you have to follow all the rules and regulations like once sa barangay and the local government. Ako man isuwat mo.
Thanks, Tita. Alright, so giving the floor to mga naghinam-hinam na mamutana about this issue or comments? Women's? You have pala? No? Okay. Okay, 5 minutes na. Anybody else? Wala na? Ako rin mag-ask about ito. Joshua? Okay na ta? Okay, sige, let's move on to the next issue, which is related to climate change, and that's probably for gender inequality during disasters. Oo. Gender, mo rin isuwat. Sorry. Wala na ilaing sumpay. So, I think this pertains to, kasi may nagawa na, tingay, tabangan mo din dyan dire. Okay. Does this pertains to kanang basic relief packs? I think, do you want to answer it again, si Han, or do you want me? Okay. Ha? Expound. Sige, dyan na expound.
Naamo kami lakpan. Ang kana nga gender equality, I think nahitabo na siya sa lain nga place where I am a volunteer at Greenpeace, and then one thing ang nasturya is there are those trans people na first dili sila matagaan og relief packs kay anong budget ko sila unya laki ilang name. Second, also sa gender inequality, kana jud ang gisuwat tungod kay naanggod ang vulnerabilities. 8 out of 10 women are considered to die when it terms to climate or natural phenomena. So they are very vulnerable, women, children. Okay na sila ang pinaka-vulnerable in terms of unless ang mga laki, kaya magkakapyot ng yun, di ba? Lahat yun ang kuan. So mauna siya ang akong gina-highlight in terms of relief packs, in terms of kanang ikaw kinaki man ka, ikaw kay Maji man ka, pakuan sa lamang. Ana gani nga mga point of abuse nga up until now nga mo na multi-sectoral yun nga lahi yun ma-connect ra siya into one issue.
Give the floor to the
Women's?
now.
Oh.
Sir
Edward. Wala na yung word. Sorry kay sir. That's cool.
Okay, no, gender issue to?
Yes, gender equality.
Okay. So, karon ang atong local government unit, pero I'm not handling that program, Sir Edmond Vilbar. So, ang gender and development program, gi-fast track man karon nila ni Ma'am Kate ug sa ang kay naa man gud sa atong lungsod nga usaporta nga tarang evaluatonon ba. Oh. So na-answer man na siya, na-answer na, pero di ko kibaw po sa katong sitwasyon imo na experience sa ubang lugar. So din sa ato murag aware na tanan anang gender equality. So di mo ko expert rin siya sa gender, no? Kasi sila man na mga lawmakers ng mga gender and development program. So si Sir Edmond po nang nag-handle niya na. Okay, thank you. Adela na si Ma'am Kate, hindi mo nagdali sa po si Ma'am Kate.
As member of as former secretary of the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council and now become a member, we have a lot of gender issue that has already been answered, but because of financial constraint, hinahina lang siya. First and foremost, one of the major concerns is not only for ayuda, it's not only for the trans, but also for children. There's one more in our annual investment plan for 2026. Is now included the nutrition in emergencies, which is a program of Sir Edward. Nutrition in emergencies pertains to children who will be gatong to not only supplemental feeding and all those things, but when you expound nutrition emergencies, but that can be decided. My mind would I would only be focusing more on the child protection policy, not only in terms of calamities and disasters, but the entire, especially in your schools. Diba, sir? I do not know if you have the child protection policy. It will be raised to an issue in the local council for the protection of children. Second, as to the LGBT, Ilongos, maragwat taana. We respect unsa magani ka, and then if your name is katuning ni Louis kanina is it happens to another municipality, but rest assured ni Ilongos with Mayor Liming Villahermosa as a municipal mayor, he is into the third conveyance. You are very well supported of. And then, sa pagtulain mo, as to women, in terms of calamities and disasters, there is also the what we call the contingency plan. The contingency plan pertains to the violence against women and children in terms if ever na may mahibawan na ibawsi or violence against women and children during disasters. This is what there is a contingency plan for that in terms of flood, what happens to the Bausi with Ma'am Salico Arra, who is representing the women's group, na siya dito. Kaya naman there are times that may tabo ng violence against women and children in the evacuation centers where children or women and teenage are raped. Diba? So nana po na siya sa contingency plan for that. Gender issue in Ilongos is not an issue. But we need your partnership for us really to sustain the program. And I hope that the Gender and Development Council will invite some of the young members of the community to be part of the council to expound the membership. Kaya marang kasagaran na mo dito, marang mga tiguan na tayo, di ba? So, when we do planning in gender, we cannot really see what is sa inyong, sa inyong millennium Gen Z, sa komunidad Dapita. So, in our side, in my own opinion, I would really raise this issue in our department heads because we usually naami department heads kada Friday. All what you have said today, kita mas umutbuk na pink. I will be bringing it to my department heads meeting to really make a report on what has been the issues that has confronted not only for us mga elderly but also for the young. Thank you.
Ay, okay.
Actually, the notation and emergencies ang concerned ako for Sir Edward. And as to the genderize, in responding disasters, we have the training on disaster camp management. On disaster camp coordination. Kay kung nanangani disaster, especially we have undergone the contingency plan, nani mga -2, day 0, mga ingana nga. You have to day 0, nga wala pa mahing-abot, naka-prepare na ang OPSEN. So, ang example ni Louie is discriminating, di ba? It's stereotyping yun na siya. So, luckily, wala yun na dari mga dudong. Dili na siya because the municipality of Ilongos respond the disasters on gender equality. And we consider, actually on camp coordination management, sa usa ka IBAC, naana siya, we have to have a safe space for all, especially for the vulnerable. Sa mother, especially on lactating mothers, kay dili pwede ana sila magpatutoy sa in the middle sa gym. Di ba? And see to it that there is a play space for the kids. And naapanganin na yung couple corner, we see to it, the management, the LGU, the responders, to see to it nga safe ang muadto sa IBAC. Kay gikan na gud sila sa disaster, gikan murag matrauma niya to apa ka dito. And ang tuag yun dito are vulnerable. So we have to have a safe and a secure evacuation. So in responding gender response on emergencies, naka-intact na sa OPSEN. It should be discussed before letting go the volunteers and see to it on establishing the camp management, the evacuation. Naagid siya yung mga designated yung mga spaces and area for the vulnerable, either the senior citizen, the PWD, the mothers, the couple, especially the children who are vulnerable kung doon dito. Okay na.
Thank you.
I hope clear, Rasak, Kerry Bells. So, as a tangible action, I think Tita Kate mentioned that we will be given a seat to the council of.
I just come to realize that since a lot of trainings are already conducted by Disaster Management Council, but we have not conducted to the young, sa mga youth.
We have the Edu Lima.
We have no young volunteers in terms of the basic first responders. I think there was already there was an orientation conducted in Prince in the schools, but not yet with what mga different ang organization po siya mabalit. So karon sa 2026 nakita na ko na siya sa conference. Awareness sila.
Okay, but dapat din may magkuhan ng katong sa God Council. PBH has been doing a lot of works with UN women.
Yes! And then also for a young kanang need to be part of the MDRFCS. The moment that we will be accredited. Project to be part of the God Council, and also
Yes. Mag-process na kita. Okay. Sige na, wala tayo. Okay, nakasabaan namin. Let's go. So, nasuko na ito ang timer. Timekeeper. Next issue is really a huge issue as well, given a couple of votes here. Soil erosion, the frequency of landslides, minor noon siya, recently, minor landslides, and illegal logging as well. Existing. So, 10 minutes left. 10 minutes for this. If na someone here na ganahan mo call action item for that. Representing. O, kaning illegal laging personal witness should ko ani ma'am. Ita should ko sa oh my god. Kanang kadlawon sila makuha o kuan. Masyak na lang akong papa kay. Hala na lang ginagakutog ka ng kuan kadlawon. Masyak na lang.
Payong hapon sa tanan. Kailan naman Joy Fraga, nurse sa Environmental Services. And ang akong head is si Sir Melvin Fordiles, but unfortunately, wala siya area. Kaya na siya yung atiman na important. So, in terms of illegal logging is, module niya mong focus karon. Strictly monitoring on illegal logging in apprehension of trees. Okay, according sa PD number 705, revised Forestry Code of the Philippines, Section 68, it specifically addressed the unauthorized cutting, gathering, and collection of timber or other forest products. It is also covers the possession of such products without the necessary legal documents. So far, for this year, April is naka-apprehend May of kahoy from Barangay Tambis. And take note, premium hardwood nga kahoy. So disclosure sa ngan is tag-iya siya o furniture.
Oh my God.
So, amo kong ko sa Tambis, which is, it takes already 2 days dito, 2 days na dahil sila nga nagpinutulay yung kahoy, and which is labang pagkasyudmi nga tuwa o salong nga nang-slide pang ito sa nilbipuban ang mga pulis. So, amo na itong gi-report sa Senro Baybay, and iadto na po sila. So, cutting of trees without necessary legal documents is considered illegal logging. We already conducted a training and seminar to all barangay captains nga unta aware sila o dili sila mahadlok nga mo report diri namo kay maunay atong giprotektahan nato ang atong mga kahoy. Kay kuno nga ang usa ka kahoy nga inyong putlon in public is equivalent to 100 pieces of seedlings nga inyong itanom. Imagine. For private land is 50 pieces of seedlings. So imagine, sa usa ka tuig namo na ay magparehistro namo og kahoy. We issued certification signed by the municipal mayor. So maunay ilang dalhon sa Senro. Kaya aron ang Senro, mo issue nila og registration of plantation of trees and cutting permit. But sad to say, ang uban nga kapitan is mahadlok. And recently, last week, June 6, I received a report from Barangay San Antonio. Premium hardwood, tiga. And gamiton siya for furniture making, such as mga tables. And we already reported it to Sinro, and diadto na nila dajon. So mao nang please advise especially the youth nga if ever manggani bisan sa inyo dissemination, public information, and unsa pa nga if ever kita nga naay mga tag-isya pa o juta nga naay mga kahoy nga ipagtanong sa atong mga juta, please isa unsa pa na kagamay hangyo ko mo process ta sa legal nga mo proseso, which is gamay ra ang atong mabayran, dili na siya dako. And daghan ka assuming madawat nga reports nga naay nag-operation of transport of trees without transport permit. Kanunay na siya namo madama makadawat may report, pero sad to say dili na jud na namo maabtan. Maunay among challenge, dako ka jud na namo nga challenge ni Melvin kay unta ug kuan pa siguro nga daghan mino resources nga dili mahadlok siguro mo report diri namo. Kay we already asked the Senro Baybay to deputize our men, pero sad to say is tulo na lang na kalaki ang nahanap karon for monitoring and kaming duhas as staff. So mao na kung naay report na mo bisan asa na nga bukid is managan na lusumingan to padung maginugdanay, magsinagitay, inana sa bagumbayan na nagpahimo og bagumbay mahogany and shimilina. And sad to say, imbis magamit ni siya ang kahoy, wa man siya nagparehistro dito namo sa opisina, nakabayad siya. And na-apprehend pa siya ng isang kahoy nga isya untang, himuon nga trusses. Senro Baybay, we are not authorized nga mo keep sa mga kahoy. Okay? It is for address for auditing. Naanatanan ganito sa Senro Baybay. So kung naami i-report nga naami nadakpan, naami na-apprehend na rin so anhiyon na dasyo nila. Magdala na silang sakyanan para ma-targa. And last is sa Barangay Tugipa. Tugas. And that trees is mga premium na nga dili na kuntak si Japade nato pudon, which is only national ang muisyo o permit. And it takes time, pila ka months to sa mahatagan mo permit anak tuka. And dili ta pwede maka-process anak, dili ta pwede makapasa anak kung dili titulado ang atong yuta. So, mga nahang show nga kita mga youth, bisan kami, kapila namin magsiingol sa mga barangay kapitan, adjong mo kahadlo ko report, kay anon mo para namo. Palihog, bisan unsa kagamay, bisan usap kapunuan nga kahoy, ato nang iagi og legal na proseso. Kay why kumo sa rehistro ta for security reasons. Kay bisan pa kung ang chainsaw nga gigamit sa pagputol is pwede na mo ma-apprehend kung walay lisensya, kung wala na-register sa sentro. And the non-chainsaw na muputol sa kahoy is naana sila i-record sa sentro. And the non-kahoy nga i-transport bisan pa ugikan sa utanan down to Hilongos is mga yutanag certification sa opisina. Permit to transport. Kay in kaso makita mo sa pulis, i-apprehend kung ng inyong saksyanan o ng inyong kahoy.